This one says, black voters rally around Donald Trump. Got this clip from the Officer Tatum show. Let's get right into it. But before we do, guys, please make sure to hit the like button down below. Greatly appreciate it.
Yo, you know y'all up, right? You know you up, right? I can't believe y'all took a shot at Trump, and you don't think this man ain't gonna turn up on y'all?
If the polls are right and Trump is going up with black voters, what changed?
I wish I knew. I am not a huge fan of Trump. He don't respect the black person.
And Biden does? Has Biden issued an apology for the things that he's been caught saying?
He said if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
You're not black.
And if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Listen, y'all, the Democrats are in big trouble, especially with the black community. Let me show you why.
All right, let's forward that just a little bit and get into the gist of the video.
Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, I didn't do any research on this kid or what he stands for or why he doing what he doing. Who cares? The bottom line is that I'm going to show you this video. This kid decided to go around the city, put together a bunch of black folks and ask them questions that I believe would have never gone the way that it's going to go 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 4 years ago. And you're going to see what I'm talking about as soon as you see the responses from black folks that this person went and gathered to have a conversation about Donald Trump. Roll the clip.
What up, world? It's Josh Johnson, full-time Daily Show correspondent and full-time black guy. But more than that, I'm also a part-time voter. Now, black voters have been the backbone.
Are you not a full-time voter?
What does that mean?
Are you not a full-time voter? Okay.
Yeah, a part-time voter is probably somebody that just votes for the presidential elections. They don't vote for the local elections. That's probably what that means.
Democratic president since Bill Clinton went on Arsenio. In fact, 91% of black voters voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016, and 92% voted for Joe Biden last election. So why is this
Dumb.
different?
New polling shows 23% support among black voters for former President Trump. That's up 19 points since the 2020 election.
Contrary to popular belief, not all black people know each other. So in order to find out how all black people felt about Trump, I got 6 from the tri-state area to ask, do we with Trump?
Okay, so who will you be voting for in 2024? Daryl?
Do I have to say his name? I don't want to, but more than likely it's going to be Trump.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Biden.
The shaming.
Victor?
I'm with her.
Oh, Biden, okay.
Trump.
Trump?
Biden.
Biden?
Trump.
Okay, we're an even split, which I didn't see that coming.
Why?
So do you think there's going to be a big shift, any sort of change?
I think it's going to be a big shift.
Me too.
Big shift?
Yes. Big
Really? Okay.
For me, I've always been a Democrat, and it's like for the most part with the Democratic Party, they always make a bunch of promises that they can't deliver.
You know, they use the issues of the African American community as a soapbox to stand on and make promises, you know, just to get us to come out and vote. And then once we vote and everyone's in place, it's like, well, what happened?
Would you say it's anything like somebody's in your DM and they're really laying it down, I'm gonna take you over here, girl, I'll take you to the top?
This dude's so corny, it's crazy to me.
I was about to say that. Dude is
I'm
lame.
gonna suffer through it.
I mean, and then you finally go on the date and it's Burger King.
Or you get catfished.
Or you get, if the polls are right and Trump is going up with black voters, what changed?
I wish I knew.
Yeah. I love it. This is amazing.
Crazy shit going on.
For real. Hold on. What? They just show that Trump. Who nigga? They just Trump. Trump. Man, slap nigga. I need me another stimmy, boy.
Yo, what?
Hey, Trump 24.
It's always a dodge.
Yo, you know y'all up, right? You know you up, right? I can't believe y'all took a shot at Trump, and you don't think this man ain't gonna turn up on y'all? Huh? He told y'all he clearly believes in getting revenge. Y'all took a shot, missed, and you don't think he knows where that came from? Yo, it's about to get hot. It ain't even August yet. Y'all don't up this time.
Trump just won the election. You Biden supporters. Every last one of you Democrats. Here's why. Y'all just shot Donald Trump. Y'all tried to assassinate Donald Trump. And this is after you wrongfully bankrupted him. This is after you wrongfully arrested him. This is after you wrongfully put him through multiple kangaroo courts, wrongfully defamed and smeared this man, wrongfully convicted this man on 34 felonies. That's actually one misdemeanor past the statute of limitations. And now you Donald Trump. And you still can't take him down. You still can't take Donald Trump down. This man's standing on his feet, standing tall, with his fist up in the air. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck Biden. Fuck Democrats. We're taking it back, baby. Woo!
You see the typical black woman. Typical. These are not typical black women. I'm glad to see that it was 2 women and 1 man here, and not all the women voted for Biden. It's kind of weird these 2 dudes want to vote for Biden, but typical black woman. And you're going to know why I say typical black woman when you hear her response. He gave an articulable reason why he wanted to vote for Trump. She gave an articulate reason why she wanted to vote for Trump. Listen to what this woman say. And let me just put this in perspective for the people of the middle that get mad at me and say, you say typical, you say typical. 90+% of black people vote for Democrat. 91 for Hillary, and she lost. 92 for Joe Biden. He you know what he doing.
I am not a huge fan of Trump. He don't respect the black person.
And Biden does? Has Biden issued an apology for the things that he's been caught saying?
He said if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
You're not black.
What she got to say today? Nothing.
What she go? Listen.
Clown.
What is that?
They have both said things that were questionable and unsavory. But when you start looking at facts, it's like, Biden, you done dropped the ball, brother.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I've said that multiple times, and I never take anybody that says that they're only voting for Joe Biden because Trump is a racist. I don't take him seriously because we all know that Joe Biden is a proven racist. It's multiple evidence of Joe Biden's racism. So if we were just to say, cool, whatever, liberals, you got it. Trump is a racist. We know that Biden is a racist. Let's talk about the actual policies in the state of the country. But they don't want to have that discussion. They're just stuck on the fact that, it's not even a fact. They're just stuck on the part that Trump is the racist one with no evidence whatsoever. And then whenever you say, well, Biden is a racist too. You elected somebody that apparently you're fighting against when it comes down to all of the crime policies, crime bills that he's passed. You're pro-black and a black activist, but voting for somebody that you're fighting against. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Black voters feel let down by Democrats, but I wasn't sure if they knew about how Trump likened himself to black Americans, so I showed them some footage of Trump at the Black Conservative Federation Gala.
I'm being indicted for you, the black population.
I wanted to play a little game, all right? Now the game is gonna be either fist or finger, right? If you like what's happening, you're gonna put up your black fist. Now, if you don't like what's happening, there's a finger. Y'all ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, this is lame as hell.
These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones. You see, that's how far I've come. That's how far I've come.
That is hilarious. What is offensive about that? Yeah, bro.
Of course, the Democrat supporters.
Your answer. Okay.
Yo.
I'll play the next clip for you real quick.
Black conservatives understand better than most that some of the greatest evils in our nation's history have come from corrupt systems that try to target and subjugate others. You understand that. I think that's why The black people are so much on my side now because they see what's happening to me happens to them.
He had me at the first person. I mean, the first step. He messed up.
Okay, let's see.
And then he messed up at the end.
So, okay, can we get our signs up? It's the same again. Okay, let's go on to the next clip real quick.
But I got indicted for nothing, for something that is nothing. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing.
See why you got to get a finger to that?
I don't understand.
What is wrong with that statement?
Oh my God!
This just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a microcosm of what's really going on in the black community. You got the people who are just black folks that just they refuse to think for themselves.
Man.
And all of these other black people probably were Democrats, and then they say, well, this don't make any sense. And partially looking at this is not a big deal. But the ones who just hate Trump and they just gonna vote Democrat, they don't care who the Democrat is. They gonna vote Democrat with no reasoning.
And that's why I keep saying that people calling MAGA a cult doesn't make any sense, because MAGA or Trump voters, we actually have a reason for supporting Trump. But there's a legitimate reason why we want Trump as president. The mere fact that the country was just in a much better place under Trump is enough reason for people to be loyal to Donald Trump and his presidency. But what is these Biden voters loyal to? You can't say you're loyal to the state of the country, because this can't be the truth. You're just lying to yourself. You can't say you're loyal to the man, because the man is not even in existence. He's not here. That is an empty suit walking around. So what are you loyal to? That's why y'all are the cultists, because your loyalty literally stands on nothing except vote blue no matter who. Trump voters, there's a reason. There's a legitimate reason. Makes no sense to me.
All right, so kind of still along the same party lines. Now, do you think Trump is being discriminated against?
Not at all. It's not one side. It's the legal system. No matter who you are, if you do these things, you get charged for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
There are two systems of justice.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot get away with the same thing white folks get away with.
But with this different sort of accountability system, does it feel like Trump is bad at being white?
91, I noticed how, when I was incarcerated, right, how the white incarcerated people seem to be more angrier than the black incarcerated people.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is like the same thought pattern. It ain't supposed to happen to me. I'm not supposed to be indicted. People are not supposed to tell me I committed a crime because I am privileged.
Damn, I had no idea the appeal process for incarcerated white people was as like. But Trump is getting close to 100 felony charges. How much of a criminal is too much of a criminal?
If more charges get racked up, maybe things that start to become a bit more egregious, is that going to start to weigh on whether or not you're going to change your vote?
No, you pay attention, you listen to the facts, not the fluff, and then you actually have to start doing some research to make sure that what's being presented to you is actual facts.
Yes.
And it takes some digging.
Okay, so if you dug and you did your research and you found out what Josh just said was true, that's where your vote?
Probably not.
I definitely, did not sit down with this panel to change any minds, and I clearly have not.
So yeah, I guess some black folks do Trump. But was there anything I could get this panel to agree on?
Can we keep these? These are so useful in everyday life.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right. I should do a panel like that, right, Nick? I should have a real panel. Let me just tell you this. Did they genuinely get random people? I don't know. They probably got 3 Trump supporters and 3 Biden supporters. Is this genuinely a honest conversation? No, because it was all about Trump and none of the crazy that Joe Biden has said.
Facts.
If you don't know who you're voting for, you ain't black. I would like to see them stick the middle finger up or the fist up on that. And all the Democrat blacks are gonna have the the fist up with Joe Biden saying, if you don't know who you voting for, you ain't black. Then they're gonna make an excuse that you ain't really for the black people if you ain't, all this other crazy stuff. But what I will say is that I think the tide is turning. I think a lot of black people are waking up because black people generically are in general are conservative-minded people.
I've said
they're
that.
just easily manipulated.
Multiple times.
It's probably why they chose to go to the continent of Africa for cheap labor, because they're easily manipulated. You get the people who are in Africa will sell their own people. Y'all act like the white people went over there. Black people sold their own people. Black people enslaved their own people and sold them to the white man. For some reason, black people have amnesia and they forget how it all started.
Facts.
But that's pretty much the story of how it happened. Gullible. After slavery, all the incredible black people were just flourishing in the 20s and 30s, and millionaires and all this other stuff going on. And then what do we know? Gullible enough to fall for the government trick again and then follow the Democrat, who was the party of slavery. So the ones that enslaved you, you end up returning back to that same party looking for handouts. Insane to me. Y'all comment in the comment section, let me know what you think.
Yeah, and let me add to that. I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most controversial takes that I have about slavery and black people and black Americans. But it's true. You cannot dispute it whatsoever. And the fact is that the black Americans that are alive today benefited from slavery. And here's the reasoning. If you think about it, if you go back to when it originated from, the people that were enslaved and captured and brought over here, what were they before they were brought over here? They were prisoners of war. The people that sold these slaves to the white man or in the Atlantic slave trade, they were first captured during some type of civil war, tribal war, some type of dispute between each other in that continent. That's how it happened. Then whoever won the war, they killed off who they, was weak essentially, kept the men that they could use for themselves, and then the excess were sold in the Atlantic slave trade. So the ones that were sold are the ones that are descendants, right, or ancestors of the black Americans that are here today. So technically, if your ancestor did not get sold, you would have been killed off because they kept what they wanted to keep for themselves as slaves, and then the excess usually will just get killed off. But they created a market for it. I mean, this is objective reality. Like, I don't care how you feel about this. This is the truth. They created a market for it, which therefore allowed your ancestor to be purchased, brought over here. They survived, and then now you're here. But imagine if there was no market. Your ancestor would have either remained a slave in Africa, died off there, or eventually they would have just killed off because he was an excess. He or she was the excess. So most people don't like that, but I don't care. This is the truth. You might hate it, you might like it, but you can't disagree with it because that's exactly how this happened. There was a war, some type of civil dispute, tribal dispute, whatever. Then they captured each other. They used who they want to use for themselves, sold off the excess instead of killing them off. If you didn't get sold, you would have got killed off. Therefore, you would not be here today. Your lineage would have stopped right there. So that's my take. Hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.